Previously on 1 by 1. Let's continue. Welcome back to 1 by 1, where we're taking a look at every single episode of Digimon Adventure in order. Now, at my video output speed, it's going to take me about 12 hours to get through this series, so let's just get into episode 2, The Birth of Greymon. This episode picks up right where the last one left off, with our heroes plummeting to certain death below. So, let's see how they plot convenience their way out of this one. Fish Bay? Ishnay. Alex Trebek, okay, I give up. However it happened, a school of fish comes to save them, forming a sort of raft. Kuwagamon falls into the river behind them, but this creates a tidal wave that causes them to crash onto the shore. And yet their bones miraculously aren't broken 37 different ways.
What was that, a floating fish market?
Lucky for us, those fish were having a school reunion. I'm kidding. Those fish are good friends of mine, and I just asked them for a lift.
So apparently is code for guys, we're drowning and would really appreciate some help right now. I would have loved to sit in on a meeting where they came up with that one. After that, the Digimon finally get around to explaining what Digivolution actually is. Kind of.
So Digivolving is what happens when they advance to the next level and become more powerful than before.
Right.
Mm-hmm. When you Digivolved, you certainly got way bigger. Does this mean you're something different now, or are you still Digimon?
Digimon? But I needed your help, Tai.
Me? For what?
You see, Digivolving is a very difficult process. In order to be successful, I had to share your energy.
Really?
I guess you guys don't run on batteries.
Sure don't. But how do you access my energy?
Even we don't know everything.
So to translate, we haven't actually thought of that yet, come back when we start writing things. The group decides to head off, not knowing which way is north due to a lack of compass, but figuring that they should look for help and not stick around in case Kuwagamon comes back. Joe protests this because Joe is a moron.
I shouldn't wear these pants. They ride up when I do a lot of walking.
Good to know, Joe. Good to know. The group begins walking and, along the way, there's a bunch of small talk between them. I have to admit, I enjoy this more than I should. It's not really funny in any sense, Digimon rarely is, but it's honestly kind of refreshing just to have characters talk, even if it is pointless. Not to mention the whole series is built around the idea of friendship and teamwork, so seeing the kids in the Digimon interact helps make later bonds feel more real. Not to mention, it's just plain entertaining.
Whatever they are, they're aggravating my hay fever.
Hey Joe, is there anything you don't complain about?
I like Matt. Matt is cool. The group makes it to the beach, where they find... Wait, what?
Either that or we're all hearing things.
Yeah, I don't know. They quickly discover that the phones don't work, and Tai and Matt argue over whether they should keep searching or stay on the beach, ultimately deciding on the latter. The debate is short and kind of pointless to the overall episode, but it does do a bit for establishing the two as characters and setting up their conflict that will be expanded upon in later episodes, so props for that.
And I'm getting pretty hungry, too.
Everyone realizes that they haven't eaten in a while, so they end up seeing what everyone has on them.
Mimi, what have you got in that big bag? Some hairbrushes and makeup?
Well, let's take a look. Here's a compass, cooking fuel, flashlight, one of those knives with all the things, and some other stuff.
Why didn't you tell us you had a compass back when we needed one?
I thought it might be kind of fun to see how far we could get without one. Besides, it's broken.
Mimi, stop talking. Just stop talking. After discovering that Joe has the bag with all the food in it, everyone gets to work divvying up rations.
All right, so split evenly between us, we have,
Enough food for 3 days.
Right. Oh, exactly. I guess you knew that.
But you guys, when you add in the Digimon, we really only have enough for about half an hour.
Oh, that's right.
Not a problem at all. We Digimon hunt and forage for ourselves.
Okay, can I just say that Gabumon's voice is awesome? Like, not on a voice acting level necessarily, it's just a cool voice. I don't even know what it really is, but it's awesome.
Now that that's taken care of, let's go ahead and divide this between the 7 people here.
This is great. I could eat a dozen of these.
Just what do you think you're doing?
I'm glad we never hear you complaining.
Everyone's going to starve because of you. Before they can do anything else, though, something attacks.
What's that?
So, yeah, those phone booths, they were there, and now they're not. The attacker is a large Digimon named Shellmon, whom the group's Digimon all attack. Because that's something that's worked before, this series is going to be about 3 episodes long if you keep this up.
Poison Ivy! Huh?
Go get him, Agumon!
Why is it only Agumon?
We're just too hungry.
What?
Gabumon, I don't have any strength.
That's it. Agumon is the only one who had anything to eat.
Yep, that was a plot point. Forget what I said before. This is going to be a long series.
Agumon! Looks like it's just you and me now.
Then give me a diversion.
Yes, let's send the frail, weak child right up near the giant aquatic monster and... You know what? I can't even joke about this. This group officially comes up with the worst plans ever.
Hold on, Ty!
Tai and Agumon are captured, but Agumon digivolves into Greymon because...
Even we don't know everything.
And Greymon curb stomps him pretty easily, ending the only threat of the entire episode in a couple of minutes. Great.
Oh, come on, I know you're there.
So yeah, Gomamon's just been chilling in the water this whole time. I'm gonna like Gomamon. The group decides to pack up and keep searching, but Joe, being Joe, still has that pole stuck up his rear.
That's the place they'll go.
Joe, I said this before. We fell off a cliff and floated down a river to get here, and getting back there's a really big job.
And we could run into Kuwagamon.
There's also the fact that you're in another universe. Seriously, why is this so hard to get through their heads? They went through a friggin' portal. The Digimon refer to it as the digital world. There's optimism, and then there's being brain dead. But enough of my ranting, because that's where the episode ends. So that's the second episode. Overall, meh. I'll be clear that I don't hate this episode, it just doesn't do much for me. Besides a bit more plot talk and the first champion level Digivolution, not much of importance really happens in this episode, leaving it feeling a bit pointless. However, there are a lot of little things I feel saved for me. I've already talked about the nice interactions between the characters, and I also appreciate the fact that the kids are actually trying to be sensible about the whole situation, planning out where they're going, being smart about food, small things like that. It's surprising how many series don't do this, and it's refreshing to see the characters actually show a level of competency. But this show still has a lot of answers it needs to give us, so hopefully in the next episode we'll receive some of them. We're never gonna find out what the deal was with those telephone booths, are we?
No one told you life was gonna be this way. Your job's a joke you broke, your love